The seatbelt is on, everyone. Oh, this is so bad. Oh my God. Good evening, everyone. It's Adam here with another quick instant movie review for you. So tonight I caught an advanced screenings of Madam Web. This is the latest film, or the first time debut feature film from director S.W. Clarkson, and it is based on a screenplay that she was a co-writer on with a couple of other people, Claire Parker, Matt Stainzer, Burke Sharpless. Well, he certainly didn't have a lead in his pencil when he wrote this one. So this is the latest film in the Sony cinematic universe, and it stars Dakota Johnson along with Sydney Sweeney, Celeste O'Connell, Isabella Mercer, Tamir Rahim, heaps of people. Even Emma Roberts makes an appearance, and Adam Scott. Yes, Ben Wyatt from Parks and Rec is in this. What's this film about? All right. Well, this follows ambulance officer Cassandra Webb, played by Dakota Johnson. She's just going about her life. Her mum, she died during childbirth in bizarre circumstances in 1973. This film, by the way, is based in 2003. So anyway, she's a little bit, lost in herself. She's kind of a bit jaded about love, doesn't really want to have kids, jaded about life. An accident occurs. Something happens to Cassie during this accident, and she starts to have these little clairvoyant moments where she starts to flash forward, then flash back a little bit, then flash forward. Just little weird things, and she's starting to think she might be losing her mind, and her psychiatrist tells her to go home and watch old movies. And of course that's what you do. You go home and you chuck on a 1930s version of A Christmas Carol. Why not? Anyway, so these little flash forwards keep happening, and then she's on this train and she sees these young girls, and she sees them being pursued by this guy. He's kind of involved in Cassandra's mum's past, which affects the future. He's basically trying to stop his own death, and he believes that by killing these three girls, that he'll be able to outrun his destiny. And Cassandra just happens to be a part of this web, and therefore takes it upon herself to protect these girls against this guy. And he's he's been bitten by this spider, and now has these powers. And I mean, they're not very good powers, to be honest, anyway. But and Cassandra has these now clairvoyant powers. She should have just set up a little trestle table outside and charge people for seeing their future. She probably would have raised a bit more money, and it'd be a lot more entertaining than what this is. This film, the crucial thing about Madam Web, it's that nothing happens in this film except for extremely bad acting, worse dialogue, nothing exciting. And the other thing that happens is product placement. If you like watching a commercial for nearly 2 hours, welcome to Madam Web, because there is a soft drink company that is so obviously represented in this film. I wanted to go and have the other variety just in spite of them. And if you like your underpants, or you're thinking about going and buying some underwear, this film will tell you what sort of underpants to go and buy, because they are on display so much in fact, that an ambulance will actually drive through one of their signs in order to really capture your attention to wear them. And if you're looking for some new sunnies, Dakota Johnson will tell you exactly the type of sunglasses you need to wear, because she's wearing them in this film. And it's so obvious, ka-ching, we get it so many times in this film. It was actually embarrassing. Tonight while I was watching this film, and I was watching it in a 4DX cinema, you know, so you're getting the full immersive experience. Even the rocking cars and the rocking seats and the wind and everything blowing in my head did not get me into the film as much as the dialogue was pushing me out. Lines were said tonight that I actually had to stop and just look around myself to see if anyone else was laughing as much as I was, and so taken back by how bad the dialogue was. Like, it was inexcusably bad. There was terrible ADR. Like, additional dialogue recording was so obvious in this film. There'd obviously been some reshoots of some description because some of it wasn't overly coherent. There was some really bad continuity in this film. And crucially, outside of everything else, nothing, I repeat, nothing exciting happens in this film. This film wants to be a Spider-Man film without web slinging. Most exciting thing that happens in this film is 3 sub-20-year-old girls go through the woods to get to a diner. I kid you not. That's about as exciting as it gets. Yes, there are explosions. Yes, there are car chases. But nothing at all to drive my interest into wanting to see what's going to happen next. The villain in this piece is so anticlimactic in anything that happens with him. I just could not be bothered. Nothing happens. Like, and this onus that Dakota Johnson's character has over looking after these three pretentious individuals is so misplaced and bizarre. It's weird. You know, she's kidnapping these 3 young girls. Yeah, she might be trying to save them, but it's odd. And she does it in the most inconspicuous car in the world, a bright yellow taxi. Oh, this film is an example of creating some great memes, and I can't wait to see the Mickey being taken out of it, because it is an absolute car crash of a film. At least Morbius had some fights and had some CG, buffoonery. At least Venom had some fun. Like, at least it was funny. It was funny. And at least Tom Hardy was a good sport. Like, this film is just boring. There's not even smashy, crashy, bangy stuff. It's just so boring with bad dialogue. Nothing happens. It's crap. I'm sorry. This film gets 2 out of 10. It's the, hands down, it's the worst superhero film I have ever seen. I've seen all the superhero films. This is it's just so boring. And I was sitting in a 4DX cinema, getting thrown around in my chair. When a 4DX cinema has to create excitement by a person driving along the road to be able to vibrate your seat, sitting on a seat to feel a pothole go up your butt is the exciting part of a 4DX experience. No, please. I felt so bad for the people that were programming this for 4DX to try and find something that was exciting to be able to, to stimulate an emotion. Oh, I'm sorry. I urge you not to see it, or if you are, just get absolutely hammered before you do, and responsibly find your way home. But that's the only way you're going to enjoy this, because the dialogue is laughable. You will laugh through the dialogue. It's that bad. Oh, don't ever make another one. And there's no post-credit sting, so just go. Leave as soon as it's done. Go away. All right, that's it from me. Have a great night. Good night.